We always talk about genetics, when it comes to the fitness industry. Well, we want to see what a role it really plays. You know, is it really a big factor, compared to training hard and diet? Well, we'll soon find out. Hi, my name's Chisel, and today, I'm going to talk about genetics, what role it really plays in the fitness industry. Obviously there's many categories, talking about men and women, don't think I am excluding women. I'm not. I'm talking about both. Fitness industry involves men and women. So, okay, we'll start with genetics. Everyone always talks about genetics, what a role it plays to build muscle or burn fat, or the shape of your body, or it determines what size your muscles are going to be. When you first start, you can kind of see someone's genetic potential, man or woman. You can see their shape and their sort of size, their bone structure, their muscle insertions, the length of their muscles and the width and the girth and everything. And you can sort of tell, how far they're going to go. Well, that doesn't always mean how far they're going to go, but you can tell how they're going to develop. So, with the right training and the right nutrition and the right guidance, because you do need people to guide you as well. Because some people will lead you astray and start telling you, oh yeah, do this, do that, and they're giving you the wrong advice. They're telling you what foods to eat, and it doesn't suit everyone. So another thing is, there is a lot of trial and error. If you just started training and you want to get into bodybuilding, you actually know you want to compete, and you kind of got the physique for it. You're gonna waste your time in sometimes because you're gonna do the wrong things, you're gonna do the wrong exercises, and then you're gonna realize, no, that exercise doesn't work for me. It's trial and error. You got to find out these things. Same with your diet as well. You might be eating the wrong foods. Some foods don't suit you. I can eat a bowl of porridge every meal. You know what I mean? And I'll still be lean. Some people say, oh, they eat porridge and they bloat like mad. And it's true, because, everyone's different. But, if you've got good genetics, then you'll get away with a lot of things. Like you can eat high carbs when you're dieting, and, you can probably eat a few more cheat meals than most people, and it won't really show on you. You just got the metabolism that's just going to burn it, melt it away, So you could be lucky in that. But, there is different types of genetics as well. This is what I'm going to talk about. You've got the genetic structure where you got people are short. They kind of got narrow bones, they've got narrow width, they haven't got wide shoulders. I'm talking about men and women. Some women do have wide shoulders. Obviously, it's not wide as like men, but it's wide compared to like an average woman. So, you get the structure. They got narrow and they're very thick as well. They've got depth, very thick, but they're narrow, but they're very thick, and they've got really thick round muscles. You got that type of, like a Dexter Jackson. You got those type of, physiques, that type of genetics. And then you've got the other type of genetics, which is tall, with broad shoulders, and they're very lean. But they have the ability to pack on muscle as well. That's very important. You need to know that. And that's where I fit into. I've got the structure genetics, where I'm wide shoulders, good muscle tone, thick muscles, small waist. But if you're tall with wide shoulders, doesn't mean you've got great genetics. No, it doesn't. Because genetics is your ability to build muscle or burn fat and get that shape that everyone desires. So, because you're tall with wide shoulders doesn't mean you've got good genetics. No, it doesn't. And you got some genetics that people, it may not look that great at the start, but as soon as they start training, their body just responds. They start growing really fast. There's people like that. It's astonishing. Like they don't look that great, but then when they start training, all this shape comes out. They start blowing up. Their muscles really, grow really fast. So there's different type of genetics. That's what you need to know. But genetics ain't always gonna get you to the top, is it? As I said, it's hard work. Dedication. You've got to think about, you know, you can't stay up. You know, if you're going to compete and you want to get to the top, you got to think about, you know, you can't stay up late because, you know, you got to train the next morning, or maybe even go to work. But even if you have a day off and you're not working the next day, you're probably going to train the next day or do cardio the next day. So you got to think about that as well. It's a lifestyle, it's a commitment. And if you can't do that, then, you know, you can't really do this sport, because there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into it, you know. And I don't care if you're genetically gifted, you know. Some people are genetically gifted, they think they can do anything, like almost don't have to train. I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but they think that they don't have to do cardio. Oh, I don't have to do cardio, man. You know, I've got a girlfriend, man. That's my cardio, you know. And same with some, you know, I don't think women really think like that when they got good genetics. They train hard and they diet the same. I think it's more guys who think, oh, because they've got great genetics, they don't have to do cardio and things like that. Or they'll do it, but they'll miss a lot of cardio sessions. If they're meant to do 3 or 4 cardio sessions in a week, sometimes they'll do it, but other weeks when they're busy or they can't bother, they'll only do cardio twice in that week. You know, and they'll think, oh yeah, I can eat whatever I want, I can cheat a bit more, oh, I can eat biscuits and I'm going to burn it off. This is bodybuilding. You're meant to get super dry. The way you're going on, you're going to come in on stage with 6 or 7% body fat. You're meant to come in at 3 or 4. Doesn't matter if you got good genetics. Good genetics, that's just for average guy in the gym who wants to be lean. Yeah, you can get away with eating biscuits, but this is bodybuilding. When you get on stage, you got to be dry as fuck. Otherwise, there's no point. You know, so don't think, yeah, you can get away with eating biscuits. Oh, I can eat a cake. Oh, I don't have to do so much cardio. I've got good genetics. My metabolism is fast. I can eat whatever I want. I'm not going to put on fat. No, but you need to get really dry. And those guys out there who are doing their homework and they're suffering, they're cutting out their salt or whatever, they're cutting their carbs, you know, they're increasing their protein. Those guys, they're gonna get somewhere, because they're doing everything it takes, you know, to win. And it's a sacrifice, you know, and with bodybuilding, they don't pay much anyway, you know what I mean? So you're doing a lot of sacrifice for not much. You're not getting much back in return, are you? You know, I hope you are doing YouTube and you're monetizing your videos and making money from it, because there's not much to make in bodybuilding. It's a fact. You're spending a lot of money anyway, and what are you getting back for it? Nothing. You're spending so much money on food and your supplements and all that. I mean, traveling or whatever, gym membership, this and that. And then when you get on stage, you're going to need your tanning products, you know. Anyway, not drifting too much away from the subject. Yeah, so with genetics, you know, it is a factor in you know, the fitness industry. It's definitely going to determine how far you're going to get. And if you got the work ethic, you know, you do your research and you train hard and you got your nutrition on point, and you know, you got a team around you to help you, you're definitely going to get to the top. There's no one going to stop you. When you've got great genetics like that, there's no one's going to stop you. You know, but that's the thing, when someone, you know, it's just like that. Don't think, oh yeah, when people have got good genetics, that they don't seem to work hard. It's just, they're not born with that work ethic. That's why they got great genetics, because you can't have everything. That's just how life is. God gives this person this, God gives that person that. He's not going to give one person everything and then give that person not much. It's shared. So we all have our strengths and weaknesses. That's just how it is. So a lot of times with people with great genetics, it's not that they're lazy. They're just not born with that work ethic. It's something they have to work on. And someone who has not got great genetics, they've got to put more effort into it to get a great physique. They've got the work ethic because they're born with that. That's just how it is. You know? But anyway, as you know, name's Chisel Man. I'm going to sign out now. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps you, you know. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, you know, get chiseled, and you know, just make sure you train hard and keep consistent. Okay? Fitness after 40, hard work pays. See you guys later.